I think in a way that is in some ways perhaps very Indian and in other ways a little surprising, India is underestimating the extent to which it really is now a global player. It is not just a regional player. And even getting from being a, shall I say, having a kind of a moat psychology back before then Finance Minister Manmohan Singh opened up the India economy, there has been great progress in the way that India has gone out into the big world and invited the big world in, particularly in the economic, trade, and business sectors. But with regard to both, well, particularly geopolitics of the 21st century, which involves a large measure of geoeconomics, I see a reticence or perhaps a lack of sufficient consensus on how that role should be played. The G20, and those who are not in the G20 don't appreciate this description of it, but the G20 is the closest thing we have to a board of directors of the world. Unelected by the 195 as a whole, but nonetheless it plays that role. And India is there. India is also the I in the Goldman Sachs acronym BRICS, which means that it has a major role to play in what used to be called the developing world, although so much of India now qualifies as a developed country. And yet, and here I go to, perhaps because of the prejudice of my own experience, to the big geopolitical issues that we are facing. How to deal respectfully, constructively, and realistically with the emergence of China. And now I'm going to get to something I hinted at from the lectern, how to deal with a Russia that, like Walter White, is Breaking Bad. I'm looking around the room to see if I'm getting any recognition there. And these are both countries that India has a long history with. In the case of Russia, a friendly history. In the case of China, a fraught history. And what we, the United States, have in common with India is that of the four countries, we are the two real democracies. And I think that there are going to be a raft of opportunities if American statesmanship is handled properly going forward, and if India steps up to the plate. That is not a cricket term, of course. Steps up to the plate.
Crease. You can say steps up to the crease.
And thinks of itself as a major league world power.